And we're live. Hold on.
Hey,
I gotta hit the right one this time. Not like I did last time. Here.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
What could be more reprehensible than 2 old farts? 3 old farts featuring Dave and Stephen and Greg Shapiro with funny ha-ha.
And we're live, kids. Welcome to the show.
Hey. All right.
Greg, how you doing?
I feel good. I might look,
Okay.
but no, I feel. Last night I had a late night because I'm doing this Monday night pub quiz, political comedy pub quiz at Boom Chicago in Amsterdam, and it's going great. And I think Anyway, we just keep having too much fun, and then we go long, and so it was a late night.
All right. Well, yeah. And I feel bad for you. I had a late night, but as you can tell, my night still hasn't ended yet. So there you go.
It's a long national nightmare.
That's right. It's a long national nightmare. But you know, the nice thing here at the mansion, we're not wrecking the West Wing to build a ballroom. We do. We have the yacht
West
for
Wing?
that.
Is that next? Did I miss something?
Well, yeah. You know, I listen.
We look down the East Wing.
That's right. Yeah, the East West.
I'm never there.
Yeah. Here's the problem. I live in a poor neighborhood. We only have an East and a West Wing. We couldn't afford the other two. So, I have to suffer.
Yeah.
So.
We have an East Wing and a West Wing, a North Wing and a South Wing, and we're making a little pinwheel, sort of. It's not a swastika. I don't know these.
But what you could do, gentlemen, of course, is renovate your toilet or your WC. Because that's
the Lincoln bedroom. That's right. The Lincoln WC, or as we like to say, the loo, got renovated, and it looks like I'm at the Four Seasons. It
used to be green. Who wants to poop in green? I mean, I like to poop on nature. I like to take craps on the American.
Yeah, I like that.
It looked a bit crass, to be honest. I thought, is that it? Like it's just a toilet, you know.
Welcome to America.
Said, "Let them eat cake." I said, "Let me shit in marble."
Listen, Donnie is doing great things.
Yeah.
Give me a little while. I'll think of one of them. But anyway,
he's a builder.
He's building. Listen, Gaza's going to have condos and casinos in no time. So I'm very excited about that. So you two can roll the dice.
I mean, that's Jared Kushner's. Like he's been working on this plan for. I don't know.
It's good to be the president's son-in-law, and you get consulting gigs and money from sovereign wealth funds from around the world.
But I mean, the whole I don't know. There's Saudi money.
There's all money. And
you know more about this, right? From Dubai and stuff.
There's money from the UAE and Qatar and Saudi. Listen, at the end of the day, kudos for, and I know people will kill me for this one. Kudos for what he's trying to accomplish. I just think it's the message, the way he sends it, right? And the other thing is, there's an article in the FT this week, and a lot of countries are like, if you would have asked us, we would have done it, which is BS. And so a lot of them go, America's being a bully. Yeah, but I hate to say, but we kind of were a bully in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, and things got done. Yeah. So to Trump's credit, as much as I hate saying it, he really is getting stuff done. It's just the way he's doing it, like with the shutdown right now. It's like all these people are going to starve, and this is going to, but he's making a point. It's kind of like there's probably another way to make it, but I think the way he's making it is very dramatic, and it gets the national headline. Now, my concern is the civil war that'll happen, and then he becomes dictator. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Right. It's funny how, look, I see through. I'm like you. First of all, if Trump can bring a lasting peace to Gaza, like give him the Nobel Prize. When a stopped clock is right twice a day, and when Trump says Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize for
nothing. He's correct. Can I tell you that was my only problem with Obama? My biggest problem with Obama, loved him as a president, thought he was very charismatic, great guy, whatever, yada yada yada. But when he accepted the Nobel Peace Prize, I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah.
I'm like, and when he got that, I lost all respect for him. I was like, I loved you right
early
until
on?
that point. Huh?
That was,
Yeah, but
that was early
wasn't
on. That
his
was like
fault.
2009.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, it was like 10
Was it
minutes
his
into his
fault?
presidency.
Because
I'm sorry.
he has to be. Somebody's nominated him. I mean, people keep
Well, no.
nominating Trump. Like
Well, no. Here's why Trump won't win.
The Japanese
Here's why
Prime
Trump. Here's why
Minister,
Trump.
the new Japanese
Here's why
Prime
Trump
Minister.
won't win the Peace Prize, because the Nobel Peace Prize, which I found out because I was reading about it because I was interested, other than it was made from dynamite, is a bunch of academia people. They're the ones who vote. And so, as Mr. Trump or President Trump, or we like affectionately call him here in Palm Beach, Donnie, since Donnie has really pissed off every university in the United States, I don't think they're voting for him. So I think that could be an issue.
Well, and they're Norwegians as well, so they're a bit miffed about Greenland and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
but if he gets peace, now he wants to do nuclear testing because he's saying, hey, Russia and North Korea are going to test. We're going to test, and I'm like, okay, listen, it's nice to have. How do I put this without sounding like I'm going off to the Republican side or a Democrat? It's nice to have strong leadership.
Yeah.
In the White House, like a Teddy Roosevelt type person. The problem, though, or a Reagan person, the problem is the way he delivers it. But what's going to be interesting is 100 years from now, how history will look at it, depending on what happens in 28.
They'll just say there's the most corrupt and unpopular president that the US has ever had.
But if he gets stuff done, do we care?
Yeah, what's he getting done then?
It's very simple. He's making us all rich. I'm good with that. That's it. That's all he's getting done. I'm happy. All right. He's making us, the investment banking community, rich.
Next week after the AI and the next .com housing bubble crash, and we'll see if. I remember, Stephen, you were saying like there are certain smart people in finance, and they're confident because no matter what happens with the economy, with the tariffs,
they make money.
Yeah, these guys, always making money. But anyway, I hope that's the case. I hope. Anyway, I would say certainly that. Look, and I'll declare my bias.
Right.
Not a fan of Trump. I've got friends now and family in the U.S. and Chicago, northern suburbs of Chicago. People in New York as well, and LA. It's raids, it's abductions basically by masked, non-badged people. So yeah, it feels like the stories we hear about these shithole countries, and so that is it's disturbing to me. So personally, not a fan, but I would say definitely that the difference between Trump getting stuff done in the first term and the second term, night and day. And that's where I parse your term of like, he does know how to get stuff done. Like building, sure, but making decisions like pardoning this Binance guy. That was in the 60 Minutes interview. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Makes a big deal about Biden and the auto signatures, auto pen, but I never, I sign my own signatures, but do you know what you're signing?
Well, if you give them enough money, apparently you get a pardon. But at the end of the day, every presidency has been corrupt or has asked for favors.
Sure.
So we just happen to be in an era, if you will, that there are trillionaires and billionaires and whatever. And
if you now a half trillionaire,
trillionaire, right? But my point is, if you have enough money back in the day, like if you look at the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts back in their day, thank you, they would go to see the president, and I'm sure they were like, "Listen, you need a train to go tour the country." So it's no different. It's just today because of the 24-hour news cycle and everything else. I think that makes it more prevalent.
I think the thing about what's most disturbing is that Trump tells us that he's ripping everybody off. He tells us all the stuff he's going to do.
Yeah,
it's hiding in plain. It's all there. All you
I
have to
give
do
kudos.
is listen.
Kudos for that.
And then people just say, "Oh, okay then."
It's like
because you can imagine what had happened if somebody, if Biden had said, "Oh, I've done this deal with some billionaire along with my son."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they would impeach. They're impeached in there and then. And Donnie just says, "Well, I don't. Which guy? Which guy? Sorry, he's the same guy that I forgot. Is he on my Epstein please forget list?
Yeah,
right.
right.
Along with the monarch formerly known as Prince. You know, I mean,
right. At least someone's getting punished for being on that list. That's nice.
He's not getting.
But every accusation is a confession, so you know.
How's Andrew being published? How's he being punished? Nothing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, stripping the Prince Andrew of titles is not a punishment.
No.
He still gets a huge payout. Yeah. Okay.
Well, they don't know where his money comes from. He's got lots of funny money floating.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And how to talk about him going off to Dubai and UAE. I think he's got friends there, people he went to school with. Said, "You come and live in my gaff."
Yeah. I
don't know. And the world is just a different place than it used to be, where there's pretty black and white and right and wrong. So today there's shades of green and purple and blue and everything else. And I think it's just shades of green. That's right. Lincoln bedroom. And I think at the end of the day, you just have to whatchamacallit. I think you're just going to be like, this is the world the way it is today. Moralistically, we have none.
That's what it sounds like. You just
you know what it is? Here's how I look at this. You can fight it all you want. And yeah, so Greg's eating popcorn. You can fight it all you want. But at the end of the day, I look at it, I don't really care anymore. I mean, I understand what's going on, to Greg's point, with the ISIS people and this and that. And I understand this. And so to an extent, yes, it's terrible. It's horrible. And that's it.
There's not much difference. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's like, what would you like? There's nothing you can do unless you're going to run for president. And who wants that job? Seriously, at the end of the day, it's a popularity contest. So unless you are, if you will, a television personality or a personality that people like, it's not happening. So you have to kind of go along and do your thing.
Your new gig to be president of the US.
One more time.
For Greg, then he's a TV personality. You
could be president. There you go. A nice Jewish guy for president. We like it. That's what we need. We need a Jewish president.
My dad's side.
Well, could you imagine a Jewish president though? It'd be like Mel Brooks or Jackie Mason getting up every morning like, this hurts. I've got to get on the phone with this guy.
Or
it's going to be Lieberman. No, who would be good is Shapiro from the governor of Pennsylvania. Shapiro would be a good president.
Shapiro.
Sure. Yeah, he would be good. Or Fetterman. Him or Fetterman, I think, would be a good ticket. Because if nothing more, it's literally Abbott and Costello, and whatever they say, I would just go, this is great. Because I love when they do interviews. Fetterman's just Fetterman. I think he would wear shorts and a T-shirt, and I'm like, this is our guy.
He's, oh God, he seems all over the map, unfortunately. I am not, I don't have 100% confidence in this guy, but anyway, I like how he comes across, and that is true. No, that is true. Well, sorry, I was going to focus back on the 1 year ago, since you said well, sorry, first of all, talking about talent like it is, and people still vote for this guy. David, you made me think of a cartoon. There's a political cartoon where there's a wolf speaking to sheep, and the wolf says, "I am going to eat you." And one sheep says to the other, "He really tells it like it is." It's appealing in a way, but there's no political price to pay. So 1 year ago, about the popularity contest, we had this question in the pub quiz last night: true or false? Putin messed with all the voting machines. Okay, false. There's no credible evidence, and why would he need to when Musk stole the election like in broad daylight? He cheated fair and square. But so the follow-up question. Did the search term spike on election day? Did Biden drop out? Biden drop out? Did that search term spike on election day? True or false?
I would say true.
It is true. And not only did it spike on election day, but the day after it peaked. It doubled. These are people who actually went to the trouble of going to vote And we're like, Kamala who?
Oh my God. Because Americans are well informed, Greg.
Yeah.
You know how that we read the paper every day. We watch the news.
Yeah.
Please. If the good thing is someone joked with me the other day, they came into my office and I have Bloomberg on 24/7 so I can see what's going on. And it's nice because I can read something and then I can find it in the Financial Times or read it on the Bloomberg terminal. And I'm like, Bloomberg, got it. But most people don't have a clue. If you ask somebody what's going on, 90% of the American public, when you go, they're building a new ballroom at the White House. No, they're not. Okay, fine. They're not. I mean, it's like nobody. And the only reason I knew about the bathroom is because I watched John Oliver last night. And if it wasn't for John Oliver showing me on his show, the news, not whatever it's called, I would have never known that you're building a bathroom. I mean, I like real news, like financial news, like the Fed's doing this and the world's doing this and there's this crisis. I want news, like the stupid stuff. That's what the public knows. If you said to the public, what color is the new Lincoln bathroom? Yeah. Oh my God, are you kidding? They'd all know.
True. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Had to take it back to how it was originally. That was he's the reason why he wanted to change it.
Right.
Is it had to go back to its original state.
Really? I don't remember Lincoln having that marble bathroom that looks like the Four Seasons at its original state.
No.
When I saw that, I was like, that's every Four Seasons I've ever been to. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, okay.
Well, people commented that it looks like one of Trump's, Trump's hotels, but I've never been in a Trump hotel. So.
It looks like the plaza.
By letting him do that stuff, go ahead. Yeah, but certainly not enough people know the name Russell Vought, Vought, another pronunciation of Ought. Or anyway, Stephen Miller,
Stephen Miller.
At some point, I think those guys are going to come into conflict with each other because Stephen Miller really is intent on deporting 1 million people. He wants to hit that number by the end of the year, and the end of Trump's first year. So January 20th. It's got to be 1 million people deported to, I don't know, like Rwanda. What is it? Libya, Sikot in Nicaragua. But sorry, am I saying that right? Or El Salvador? No, I can't. I have to look up now. Anyway, who's
this? Send them to Jamaica. Yeah.
Well, we could put them all on boats and send them off to Venezuela, and then the U.S. Air Force can practice.
Someone wants a war with Venezuela. It's not Trump. He doesn't give a shit. Who is that? Who's running the foreign policy? I don't even know. But,
do we have anybody running the foreign policy? I know Marco Rubio is Secretary of State.
It's like
all those illegal aliens in the US, right? What Trump could do is he could say, right, okay, well, before we deport you, we'll make use of you because you can all give him all a shovel and a bucket.
That's what I'm saying.
They can all start building the Arc de Triomphe.
Oh yeah,
Arc de Trump, which is going to be in Washington.
I mean, that's basically
have something to do. Simple as
the
that.
economy runs on unskilled. We want to bring manufacturing back to the United States, and so while Stephen Miller wants to deport all these people, I think it's Vought who wants to, that was in the big beautiful bill to create prison, to expand the prison industrial complex. We've already got it that whenever AP reports like, oh, did you know that if you go to a Holiday Inn or a KFC, the person working there might be an inmate? It's just that. It's a work program.
Work release.
Indentured service.
You could say the same about U.S. Congress, couldn't you? Most of them are inmates, but they're from an asylum.
They're not even working.
They're on holiday.
They're not allowed to go to work.
They're on holiday.
They're not getting paid either. Congress isn't getting paid as far as I know.
Oh, they are.
Are they? They are getting paid? Okay.
How could they? That would surprise me.
Yeah, they're being paid.
You Pollyanna, Stephen.
Yeah, I to me, it's sort of like
traffic controllers not getting paid.
That's I was say the important people, like an air traffic controller, that people are flying, not getting paid, but the Congress and the senators are getting paid. And what are you guys doing? Nothing. Yeah. Great, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, guys. I figure the strike goes to the end. I'm calling it a strike. I figure the strike goes to the end of the year.
Yeah,
which they say
you'll have
the government shutdown. Yes, a strike.
Shutdown.
No aircraft, no air traffic controllers. So I was listening to a guy yesterday, and he said, "Well, he runs all these teams in the US." He said, "Yeah, and they just keep calling me up now." He said, "I've got a group of really fantastic people. They keep calling me up and say I'm terribly sorry, I'm sick, I can't come to work."
Yeah,
but they're all moonlighting because they don't have any money. So eventually everybody will be on sick leave.
Yeah. No, they're already right?
Yeah. They closed Burbank a month ago when we talked about that. So I think what's going to end up happening is they'll have to bring the people from the armed forces in, like when Reagan fired all the air traffic controllers, they brought all those guys in, but they're not getting paid. But I think they're trying to pass an emergency bill and whatever, that the food stamps get taken care of and that the armed forces get taken care of. And I think the air traffic controllers get taken care of. I think that's like the emergency bill. Apparently Congress and the Senate
are only going to get half of the SNAP money.
Well, that's the latest, but we'll
but at least they get something, so that's okay.
And it will last for a month. That'll be it.
Better than zero. It's better than zero.
We shouldn't need to anyway. That means the minimum wage has been $7.25 since
1936.
Anyway, so. we'll get the air traffic controllers. Don't worry. There'll be inmates from Alabama. And
there you go.
Why do you think that they're like cutting SNAP? And so Russell Vought also from the White House, this little detail struck me as odd. Like, so for a while it's been that your medical debt, if you have medical debt, that does not count against your credit rating. But now the White House has mandated that the states have to reinstate your medical debt. So like medical bankruptcies are skyrocketing and you can't get there are no subsidies for your healthcare anymore, so you can't afford healthcare. Then you have to go and declare medical bankruptcy. Who wins from this? And it just occurred to me that's why they put in the latest bill to increase the prisons by like 8,000%. And I guess whoever's working at the KFC and the Holiday Inn from the Alabama prison system, that's like state prisons. Now we're talking about private run prisons, and those guys donated heavily to Trump 2024. So of course this is the new model. The bad news is everybody's gonna have to, under $1 million per year, is gonna have to be an indentured servant air traffic controller. But the good news is manufacturing and low skilled jobs will come back.
Oh my God.
Am I just saying that air traffic controller is a low-skill job? All right, that example doesn't hold up. I hear you.
I think it's going to be here. I heard a commentary the other day, which I thought was interesting. It's like they want to have, joke is when 8 billion people want to take a picnic, they take a picnic. It's almost like that's what he's trying to do. It's like, if I do enough of this, there'll be strife. And in 28, I can cancel the election because America will be at war with itself. And then
go back to the Lost Dollar Business Club. I was saying this a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Exactly the playbook.
Yeah. So it's like the
state of emergency, no election.
And Guy Standing told us to read that.
Yeah.
And keep saying
but the thing is that manufacturing jobs will come back to the US. That's obvious to anybody who has any sense at all.
Yeah, the robots will be doing it.
Always, no, don't be so cynical, Stephen. There will always be somebody who will need to screw a door on the front of a data center. So
I'm sorry, I got excited when you said screw. I lost everything past that I didn't hear.
So there will be manufacturing jobs. People they'll need people to grease the doors for the data centers as they open and close.
Service the robots.
Someone's got to service the robots. I mean, anyway. So, wink, wink. So, well, before we go, kids, do you have climate change stuff you want to talk about?
Well, I was going to pivot to the Netherlands. That's why I fixed my text there. But I mean, so there's political news from the Netherlands as well. There's a big election in the Netherlands, and the Trump of the Netherlands has been has been the top party in the Netherlands since the 2022 elections. And, we just had elections again, and it looks like, the center has won. So the Netherlands has pivoted from like a right-wing cabinet to now a centrist. But, again, in general, the grand pattern is the political balance keeps moving to the right. But it looks like the new prime minister will be the first openly gay prime minister, Rob Jetten, or Jetten, if you will. He has been minister previously, Minister for Minister for Climate and Energy Transition. I think that was his title.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are. I mean, there's one example of. I'm trying to think of examples of under, this ministry that he was running, Rob Yetzen. The examples of export. So Dutch climate for export, and some of the businesses are expanding into the U.S. So you've got Dutch battery recycling. They recycle EV batteries and repurpose them for like data centers. So that is going to Nevada and in Texas, I believe. There's carbon, like the humidifier, dehumidifier system. Where forget about carbon emissions. We're just going to hoover them up over here. But anyway,
is that like the vacuum cleaner that sucks the pollution out of the air that we talked about like a year ago? It's the same thing.
Working on that. And anyway, so yeah, that's all fun. And I'll come up with more examples of that. But I don't know. Yeah. And then climate stuff. I'm going to ask David. But have you seen these little AI generated posts on like Facebook and Instagram? It's mostly a Meta platform so far, but it's like, did you know that in the Netherlands they do water management so well that they have bike lanes under the canals, and they like show you this image of people biking and looking up at boats and fish.
I'm still on the porno feed. I haven't got to that bit.
No, you haven't seen that. Anyway, it's like there's a lot of infrastructure under the canals. That's true, but like there are no bike lanes. What? Who's? And now
people are stupid, Greg. They'll believe anything.
Yeah. That's
how it works.
Funny, what is it? Sora also, which is this.
It could be Sora videos. Yeah, it's not just.
Oh my God!
I saw some guy sent me this thing yesterday. He said, "Oh, this is fantastic. Have a look at this. Look what we can do." And it was a guy who had turned a rather large pig, which he was sitting on, into a helicopter.
Yeah,
oh my God! I've seen that. I've seen that.
So I said, I think it could be AI.
It could be. And then you never know. It could be real. Could be real. Gentlemen, I'm going to let you two continue. I have to go take over the world for Trump, actually.
You go.
Listen, I just want to say to all the little people that we're going to crush today, love you, and we mean it right here in my heart. I'm just letting you know. There you go. Greg, good to see you. We'll see you every next month. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll leave you with these two fine gentlemen. See you guys later. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
It's just you and me.
Just you and me, yeah.
This is where the YouTube algorithm shows that the drop-off happens, I'm guessing. But
yeah, I would imagine.
Can we ramp it up?
So. Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah.
We have to catch him now. Well, so I saw one. Yeah.
Some climate stuff from you, because that's why people watch. For the
is that right? Well, I did want to say that, I saw a post today about how there are mini biogas stations in every Dutch park, and you can take your dead leaves and put them in this anaerobic digester that creates methane or biogas to power the lamps or whatever. And then it was shared by Neil deGrasse Tyson's page. I assume it's just like some disinformation campaign or AI, that is just getting people to share stuff that is not true, just to lower our tolerance and attack our critical thinking, bit by bit.
Well, maybe this is a move because everybody's talking here in sunny Holland, where both you, Greg, and myself are talking about, that we haven't really heard what's gonna. I mean, we've now got GroenLinks, the green left come to who look like they're going to take over the Labour Party as such.
That's the leadership.
What's their policy going to be now?
Right. True that.
Himself, he was very, very, very quiet about all the green issues, because that was a drum he was banging on about for the last 4 years. When's that going to reappear?
Oh, yeah.
But in the meantime, here in this wonderful, clean air area of Holland where I live, by your report, and factories are closing virtually every week. All,
yeah. Is it? Are you really feeling it down that way?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going to places like Hungary and Romania, these sort of places. So, what do you mean?
They can spew all the fumes they want.
And pollution. Who cares? Come here. You can stay, build your factory here.
I read that there's some new huge facility coming online in the Netherlands, but shoot, it might be down in Maastricht or Eindhoven or something like that, and not in Rotterdam, near Rotterdam, or Europort, where you are. Yeah. And then, it is true that there's, I guess Stephen would talk more about hydrogen, is that that would be a reason to.
Well, that's all been shelved, isn't it?
BP seems like
they're not doing it anymore. They're pulling out.
So I think that would be a reason that a lot of this, Shell is pulling out of whatever. And okay, then you're going to feel that. And, here we have less reliance on crude oil, and then you have less shipping in general coming to how much of international shipping is taking crude oil from one port to another? And if there's more renewables, then I don't know. I'm still going to harp on the one piece of news that for the first time ever, renewable power generation, so renewables to create electricity, that has outpaced coal use for the first time ever. And China is a big reason, man. They're just that's the good news, bad news, right? China's takeover of the green climate economy is outpacing everyone, and in fact now they are slowing down. So hey, Europe could step up. Maybe we could try to, but no, Europe is also slowing down, and that's not great. But what else? There's, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of headlines I've collected. Cargo ships that can run on seawater. That could be a thing. And
I thought they floated on seawater. Is that not?
Yeah, they do that. But what if they could be powered by it? I don't know. Okay. But meanwhile, the whole nuclear fusion thing, every time I look that up, there's another country, another, international consortium that is setting some new record, whether it's China, Japan, whether it's, France, Switzerland, whether it's Australia or in the US. If nuclear fusion can come online in our lifetime, that would, even Germany now. Germany that was like, no nuclear, we are afraid of the nuclear meltdown. But I guess nuclear fusion does not scare them so much.
Well, you've seen what's happened there. The Greens have pushed them all towards, decommissioning everything. And what has happened is German industrial...
we go back to the coal.
Go back to the coal, the brown coal as well. The special brown. I thought, well, it's now brown coal. I don't know what the difference is. Brown or black coal.
Yeah. We put a helmet on a piece of coal and we called it helmet coal.
Helmet coal.
That is a stupid dad joke based on a 1980s reference. So I think maybe we can wrap up on that.
I think we should.
David, I have one piece of news though. For YouTube watchers, 1 year ago I had a comedy special, or a comedy tour called Leaving Trumpland 2.0, and now it is finally ready to become a comedy special onto YouTube, and so I'll start uploading that tomorrow. And there's a playlist
on your own channel.
Yeah.
Well, maybe after you've given that a run, we can republish it for you here on 2OF for the people who don't know how to get to you.
It's not one big piece because I'm not that famous, and so apparently, YouTube doesn't reward that. But so it's a playlist, and I'm going to upload chapters, and we can go at it like that. Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it offline then, because that'll be interesting.
Love it.
Yeah, just something completely random, which because we're talking about all this AI stuff, what's real and what's not real.
Yes.
Our default here in the house is it's not real. It's AI. That's the default for everything now, it seems to be.
Don't trust anything.
Which is rather sad. So yesterday I was reading this article about this artificial blood, this new artificial blood.
Okay.
Which has just been, it should be available for, I think, 2030, I think. Doesn't have to be refrigerated. Doesn't have to be. It's from a Japanese university. Doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Right.
It can be kept. Can be kept for up to 2 years.
Huh.
And you can use it for any blood type whatsoever.
Okay.
So yeah, amazing.
To augment to replace.
Yeah, so it's for like, so the places that have problems with the refrigeration, or you just literally carry a bottle of this stuff around, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was having a discussion with somebody about it yesterday, and they said, "Oh, that's all fake news."
Uh-huh.
And then I had to think, because I found it on quite a reputable source,
right?
But I then found myself questioning.
Yeah.
Is the reputable source lying to me then?
Exactly. Or is your friend real?
Well, this one is, but the other one wasn't, because he's left. The other one
going too far. It reminds me of a joke. It is true. It's harder and harder to check your sources. I mean, I go to PolitiFact, factcheck.org. I did have to check like what are the most reputable ones. But AFP from Agence France Press. AFP have a pretty good fact check tool as well. But anyway, back to the joke. I just was looking for classic jokes, and this one came up that our mother died recently, and it was because of a mix-up at the hospital where they couldn't find her blood type on time. And I'll never forget her last words: "Be positive, be positive." So we miss her, but those are words to live by.
Live by. Yeah. Well, you should consider being a comedian for a living, Greg.
I thought you'd like that one. Yes. If you didn't laugh at any of these jokes, please be patient. Yours will be coming around eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I keep telling everybody, my doctor's got a lot of patience. But there you go. Boom, boom. That's a free one for you.
So, David, this has been fun. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're going to end the stream. Stay on afterwards for a couple of minutes. We can just check the other stuff with you. And thanks everybody for tuning in for half an hour of madness. And until the next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.